Hello, everybody. Welcome to 11th episode of the Northeast Ohio Sports Show. Today, Hunter won't be able to make it, so it'll just be me, Liam. I hope everyone's having a good week. This is our F1 Monaco and Indy-500 pre-race shows. It's a big weekend for racing. There's also Charlotte for NASCAR, which we'll be talking about a little later. It is Thursday, May 22nd. Let me make sure Hunter can't join as well. I'll give him a quick text. Alright. Hopefully you could see the scores a little bit better. Below we have the F1 this week again. I got rid of the drivers because we'll talk about that anyway. We have the live NHL scores. Let me make sure I refresh that. Yeah, it's going down. Then above we also have the NBA today and MLB. Which the Guardians are up 3-0 on Detroit. So that's good to hear. They are playing in Detroit. Let me take a sip of my water real quick. Alright, let's get into it. Our first topic is F1 standings. Last week we had that Imola Grand Prix. Sorry, I wanted to pop in a cough drop real quick. So right now in the F1 driver standings, Oscar Piastri is in first with 146 points. Lando Norris is in second with 133. And Max is in third. That's because Lando won Miami. Oscar won Miami. Max won the last race. So it's still competitive. Right now, Oscar's up by 22, and Lando's over Max by 9. So it's getting close. George Russell is down 25 from Max. Charles Leclerc's in 5th with 61. Lewis Hamilton's in 6th with 33. Kimi Antonelli's in 7th with 48. Alexander Albon's in 8th with 40. Esteban Ocon is in 9th with 14. Lance Stroll's in 10th with 14. Carlos Sainz is in 11th with 11 points. Yuki Tsunoda is in 12th with 10 points. The current F1 drivers' standings is McLaren at number 1 with 279 points. Mercedes at number 2, with 147. And Red Bull at 3rd. 1 second. Red Bull at 3rd with 131. Then Ferrari is at 4th with 144. Williams at 5th with 51. Haas at 6th with 20th. Aston Martin 7th with 14. Racing Bulls at 8th with 10. Alpine at 9th with 7. Sauber at 10th place with 6 points. McLaren still has a good lead over Mercedes and Red Bull. Red Bull kind of said they're focusing on the drivers. It'll be competitive. One thing we do know is that Max, even last year, when he won, was doing better so far. So Max was actually super competitive early last year and then fell off late last year. That's kind of why they knew McLaren was going to win the Constructors and be more dominant in the second half here. In the first half in the beginning, because Max hasn't won many races. He's won 2 out of 7, and he's used to winning a lot more than that in early. Some of these quicker places the Red Bull's at, Monaco, Red Bull won't be good at. ESP, maybe it's Spain. Might be decent at Canada, might be decent at Austria, might be decent. Like Red Bull's only good at fast tracks like Austria. We'll go over the Imola Grand Prix results because, like stated, one of the reasons why Kimi Antonelli is falling behind now in the points driver standings is because he had a DNF last race. So in Imola, For people who DNF'd and retired was Kimi Antonelli and Esteban Ocon. Kimi Antonelli was plus 19 laps. Esteban Ocon was plus 37 laps. So, sucks. Max Verstappen got first. And was 6 seconds ahead of Lando Norris. He had the fastest lap as well. Oscar Piastri got second. Oscar Piastri got third. Lando Norris got second. Lewis Hamilton got fourth. For Ferrari's qualified really bad, I think 11-12. Hamilton was 12th, and he got all the way up to fourth. So the fans were pretty happy with that. Alexander Albon got fifth with Williams. Charles Leclerc got sixth with Ferrari. Ferrari does have an issue here. Imola is more of a fast racer track, like I said last week, and harder to pass. And Ferrari's a little bit better at slower speed, so hopefully they'll do better in Monaco this week. Then we had George Russell and Mercedes in 7th, Carlos Sainz and the Williams at 8th, Isaac Hadjar for Racing Bulls in 9th, then Yuki Tsunoda in 10th. Isaac Hadjar did better than Yuki. Yuki's in a Red Bull, the better car. Fernando Alonso in 7th for Aston Martin. And it's showing how Red Bull's just being dumb. And I get you have to get younger guys in there, but Perez should have been the driver. He would have been getting way more points. 12th, Nico Hulkenberg. 13th, Pierre Gasly. 14th, Liam Lawson. Lance Stroll 15th. Franco Colapinto 16th. Oliver Berman 17th. Gabriel Bortoleto 18th. So, one of them bad weeks for some of these teams. I always love Imola. It's a Ferrari track, and Max has won the last, 4 races of it. So, one second, send a quick test. It was a good race, a little boring, but it was good to see the Ferraris come back from having a very bad qualifying. They had issues with their tires, and they didn't make it out of Q2. So, out of Q2 and a Q3, so that really sucks. Now we're going to go into NASCAR real quick before we go into the IndyCar part of the series. They had the All-Star race last week at North Wilkesboro. Kristen Bell won, Joey Logano second, Ross Chastain third, Bowman fourth, Chase Elliott fifth, Byron sixth, Reddick seventh, Kyle Busch eighth, Piscro ninth, Bracero 10th. Blaney got 16th, so a bad week for him. But they have the Coca-Cola on the 25th at 6 p.m. in Charlotte. For IndyCar, we're going to have a quick IndyCar topic about that. I'm going to open up the app and find out. All we have left for IndyCar last week was qualifications. There was regular qualifications, day 1, qualifications top 12, last chance fast 6. For combined qualifications, Robert Schwartzman, who's a rookie from Israel, got pole, and I believe it's almost a 39-year record that a rookie gets pole at Indy, so that's amazing. His average speed was 132.79, almost 0.3 seconds higher than Tacoma Sato, who's won the Indy-500 twice. Pato O'Ward got third. He is the first Mexican-born driver to get front row at Indy because they go 3 wide. Scott Dixon, 4th. Felix Rosenquist, 5th. Alex Palou, the leader, 6th. David Malukas, 7th. Christian Leningrad, another aero driver, 8th. And I think David Malukas is a aero driver as well. Marcus Ericsson, 9th. Scott McLaughlin, 10th. Joseph Newgarden, 11th. Will Power, 12th. Connor Daly, 13th. Alexander Rossi, 14th. Kiffin Simpson, 15th. Ed Carpenter, 16th. Santino Ferrucci, 17th. Delvin DeFranco, 18th. Stingray Robb, 19th. Kristen Ramusin, 20. Kyle Larson, NASCAR driver, 21. Lewis Foster, 22. Cam Elliott, 23. Hilo Castabanes, 24. Kyle Kirkwood, sounds like a NASCAR driver too. 25. Nolan Siegel, 25th, who I think that's for last Aero driver. Hunter Enter E-Ray. Ryan Hunter E-Ray, 27th. Jack Harvey. 28th, Colton Herta. Christopher Crass, 29th. Graham Ray Hall, 30th. Marco Andretti, 31st. He made it. Marcus Armstrong, 32. Ryan SVK, 33. Jacob Abel, 34. It's going to be a good race. We have Carb Day, which is our last practice, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Then we have for race, the 25th, 12:30 p.m. We have IndyCar standings are Alex Blow number 1 at 248, Kyle Kirkwood number 2 at 151, Kirsten Leningrad third at 150, Pato Award 4th, 148 Scott McLaughlin 5th, 137 Scott Dixon 6th, 134 Will Power, 128 Felix Rosakes, Colton Herta, Venus VK. Take a sip of my water real quick. One thing I did want to go over real quick was the what happened at I think it was like for that top 12 qualifications. Yeah, top 12. Joseph Newgarden and Will Power. They found, and I think it was on Newgarden's first car, that they were blending the actuator on the rear end a little bit too much with carbon fiber, I think, or maybe they were sanding it down too much to blend in, which was illegal. And they got DQ'd, and basically the team pulled away and said, okay, we're not going to proceed with qualifications because the one car got tagged. So we're going to pull off the other car, put them back, fix it. Team owner said that they have like 11 out of the 12 actuators or something like that, maybe it's 20, have these issues, and that it's just something they're used to. It's not, it's probably not even an issue. It's probably something that they just do for improvements, and they just don't know, like, it reduces drag, so they'll use at certain racetracks, and they know that it's probably hard to get caught. People have been bringing up that for a car that I believe Joseph Newgarden won last year, had the same actuator. It's in the museum. I'll be there this weekend. I'll probably see it. I'll take a photo, but I do believe that car has the same blending of the actuator this car has, so people are upset at that, which is respectable. Yeah, let me see who's won. I think it was Joseph Newgarden won the last two. So that's interesting, I don't think they should be DQ'd for the race. They need to be checked if they're going to have that. And if they don't, then let them race. And I really hope they don't win. I'm really excited for a race at Indy. I'll be there taking photos. So, any other things, I'll be talking about that on the next episode next week. I really want Pato Award to win, and I really hope he does. Is my go-to. I saw him last year race at Mid-Ohio, and it was awesome. Saw him get pole and win, so he's on the front row for Indy. I think he might be able to win. Don't forget, guys, if you're liking the content, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment if you have any opinions. Please share on social medias. Our next topic will be playoff hockey. The Jets lost to the Stars, and Edmonton won the series against the Golden Knights. Florida beat the Maple Leafs 6-1 of the last game, and the Hurricanes advanced to beat the Capitals, which is really crazy, actually, that the Capitals lost 4-1. Just got smoked. I guess their players are old, or maybe someone got hurt. That really sucks for them. It really would have been nice to see Ovechkin get another chip. But the Canes do play crazy in playoff hockey. Panther would be a good series. Right now, Florida's leading 1-0. And then the Stars and Oilers, right now, Dallas is leading 1-0. Next topic will be NBA, and then we'll finish off with Monaco, actually. So right now, the NBA playoff bracket, not Golden State, but Thunder beat the Nuggets, actually, which is pretty crazy to see, even though Thunder were first seed, and everyone knew they were going to do well. Been playing crazy this year, but Nuggets, winning championships. I thought they were going to get it. They lost. Timberwolves also beat the Warriors, and right now, OKC is leading the series 1-0. Like last week, the Cavs choked 4-1, tragic series. Pacers went on. But also what's crazy, I don't think we talked about yet, was the Knicks beating Boston, which is amazing to see. And right now, Indiana's leading that series 1-0. I really think the championship will now be the Thunder and the Knicks if they can come back, and that would be epic. Like some of these old school teams, even Timberwolves, all these teams right now are not these teams that we used to have, that super team style with a lot of these old style players. So, we'll go on to our last topic before I take a quick sip of water. Also, I'm sorry we didn't have the Healthy Life show this week. Trevor ended up breaking his camera, so he's getting a replacement here soon. And he actually had commencement for a cousin. And like I said, Hunter was gone today. He was looking at a place for his wedding venue, so that's awesome. And like I said, I think a couple of weeks ago, him and his girlfriend are getting engaged, so that's awesome. Can't wait for them to get married. Or are engaged, getting married. Can't wait for them to get married. Our next topic is the F1 Monaco Tag Heuer Grand Prix, May 23rd to 25th. Free practice 1 starts in 11 hours, 23 minutes. Ooh, no, actually, no, 10 hours and 10 and a half hours. Free practice starts 1 starts 7:30 a.m. Free practice 2 will be at 11 a.m. I'll get to watch that on the way to Indy tomorrow. Free practice 3 is at 6:30 a.m. Saturday. Qualifications at 10 a.m. Saturday. I'll get to watch that in Indy. The race will be at 9 a.m. on Sunday. I'm really hyped for Monaco. Not that many people like it, but I like the classiness of it, the elevations. There's a big elevation drop at this race from turn 1 to 2, and then from turn 4 to 8. Crazy elevation drop. I love watching it. Lots of turns between these. At the start, there's actually not that many turns in the elevation drop, and that's pretty flat. Some more elevation drops at the end, a little up right before the end. So, I love it. It is a 19-turn racetrack, so not that long. It's one of the shorter ones. It's only 2.3 kilometers with 78 laps. That's why, too, as well. It's not that big. I think like Central Park's bigger. It's clockwise running. Date established in 1950. We're almost away from the 75 years of it. And the number... Yeah. Wow, I saw Shell and Ferrari had their 75th anniversary. Well, that means they were working together since 1949. So my math's right. That's crazy. Lap record is Sergio Perez from 2017. He went 1 minute 14.82. Circuit de Monaco in Monte Carlo, Monaco. Beautiful place. Be a fun racetrack. Like I said, I think like last year the Ferraris might do better. If we could see a Lewis pole, that would be crazy, especially after last weekend in confidence. That's what I would really hope for. What I'm expecting, actually, will probably be either Orlando or Oscar. Maybe Oscar, because he's been driving crazy. And the car drives better at the mid to lower speeds. Red Bull doesn't, and I think Max is going to be sliding a lot and very complainy. Excuse me. So, that's my opinion of the next race. Sorry guys, I had a sneeze. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's a little bit quicker one. Make sure you share. This will be uploaded right on YouTube after. We have our Facebook link below. Follow that. Share on Facebook to all your friends and family. That'd be amazing. Say, hey, we like the show. We have a news show coming up. That'd be the next show on Monday night. on Memorial Day. Then we'll have a sports show next Thursday in a week with a healthy living. Hope everyone has a good night. Race day's coming, guys. I'll be leaving in the morning for Indy. I cannot freaking wait. I'll be taking lots of photos and have some great opinions about that. I love racing, so it'll be a good time to go see it. I got an old school, I think, 06 or 07 Indy-500 shirt, like a vintage fest around here that my buddy was selling. Trevor Gump was selling coffee at for Cart. Shout out. Hopefully we'll have Hunter back next week. We'll have Trevor with Healthy Life. And me and Tommy are always here every week with a news show. And we know you guys love that one. So hope you guys like the sports one. We got all the live sports above me. Right now the Guardians are still up. So that's good. Timberwolves still up. And the first Florida up 3-0. Whooping them right now. So some good scores happening. Let's see. Right before we leave, this update. Yeah. Alright, same scores. Have a good night.